Hey everybody, welcome to another week's worth of comics in my Dark Avengers comic book review. These comic books were released the last week of March, March 31st, 2010, right during spring break, as a matter of fact. Ideal time for the ending of a huge event, and not too many comics this week, but the substance to most of them is what makes this a very, very big week. Joining me also, of course, you guys know my director Mike.
Yay.
And Amber via Skype, as always.
Hey guys.
I was about to say, I say Amber via Skype!
Sorry guys.
Amber's a very busy person.
Yes, I've got like 10 people talking to me.
And by the way, guys, I think now is the perfect announcement time. I'm going to be trying to get a panel of people together. Amber's into comic books. I know Sean used to be into comic books. Well, Amber started getting into comic books. I know Michael used to be into comic books. So I'm going to try my hardest to get you guys to get a panel to do comic book reviews with me, so that this way you have more of a differentiated, outlook from, instead of just my opinion, you have opinions of other people who've read the comics. I can't promise you guys anything in the near future, but as you guys that know me from Brooklyn Boys know, my attention's been very focused on Brooklyn Boys. Once the next generation Brooklyn Boys starts up, my focus will once again go back to working on building up this page, and then the group page will take on a life of its own once everything is fixed and planned out. So, not in the near future, but in the near-ish distant future, I will be working on ways to improve this site, improve videos, add in things, and take things away. With that being said, also, before we get into comic books news, the next X-Force comic book is where the where an X-Men will die. It will be either Iceman, Angel, Cable, Shadowcat, or Colossus. And I probably missed a few people, one or two people, but those are the teasers. I might grab that issue just to see which of the X-Men dies. I will not be continuing the Second Coming, but I will get the issue to find out which of the X-Men is the one that passes on. My prediction is Cable. Don't know why.
Didn't you say somebody read something like Arrow person?
Arrow person? Nope.
I can't think of the name.
Okay, no, there was nothing red, but I have a feeling it's Cable. That being said, let's get right into the comic books. This is not a comic book that was released in March. As a matter of fact, it was released the month before. Teen Titans 80. There's a reason why. I know I told you guys back when I got Teen Titans 79 not to waste your time until this series was over because Superboy was not coming back. There is, however, a reason why I got issue 80, and I really didn't read too much into it. Basically, they go after the bad guy. The reason I got issue 80 is because Superboy does not debut in issue 81. Superboy debuts in issue 81 towards the end of this storyline. And for those of you who are looking at this cover right now thinking, okay, Superboy is going to be in most of this comic, he's going to return at the beginning, let me warn you guys in advance, yes, for those of you who have been waiting for Superboy, he does show up in this comic. Unfortunately, it is not until the very last 2-3 pages where him, Cyborg, and Kid Flash return to the Teen Titans, leading into the last part to this story arc being issue 82. So Superboy, Kid Flash, and Cyborg return to the Teen Titans in issue 81. For those of you who have been waiting for Superboy and those who are waiting for Kid Flash or Cyborg, the Teen Titans are now reformed. It's mentioned that they have come out of retirement. All three, even though they weren't really in retirement, two of them were dead. But Teen Titans return to being together in this issue. So for those of you waiting for Superboy, it is issue 81. Go out if you want the entire story. Started off at issue 79. Stories, but I'm looking forward now that Superboy's back into it. I'm absolutely going to be checking it out. Concluding another mini-series, Prelude to DeadPool Corps, 5 of 5. Oh my god, guys, if this is going to be the artwork to the actual series, it's going to be dead in one issue for me, and I will explain once Mike is done scanning the cover. The artwork is not done like the artwork in the past 4 issues. Let me put it this way. In my opinion, this makes the DeadPool issue look good. Basically, let's see, what's a good picture for artwork? It's a computer-generated artwork, meaning it's not drawn. It's all made by computer, and the pictures are awful. Terrible. Terrible pictures. It's just disgusting. I mean, it's like I couldn't even bear to read the entire thing. To be honest with you guys, I stopped. All I know is that this issue is to be continued in DeadPool Corps #1. If this is the artwork for DeadPool Corps, this series will be dead in one issue for me. Promise you guys off the bat. I already bought DeadPool Corps 1 coming out next week. If the artwork is as bad as this issue, I will absolutely not be picking up DeadPool Corps anymore. This is definitely a skip issue unless you're a completist like I am. If you're not, you can skip this issue. If you want, go out and buy DeadPool. That issue was actually that actual good artwork, at least. Okay, now getting into some good books. Fantastic Four 577. Fantastic Four get pictures from the blue side of the moon, and they take off in their rocket ship and go off to investigate what's going on. It turns out the Inhumans are looking to start a new life on. They're calling it New Hala, I believe it's called. It's on the last few pages. They call it. They go off to the moon and they find out it's called New Hala, Hala, and the Fantastic Four, Mr. Fantastic says you're gonna do it on the moon, and they're like no, and they all point up, and they point up to Earth, and that's where it's left off to be continued for the next issue. I am enjoying Fantastic Four. I'm being honest with you guys. You know, I thought, because you know the Fantastic Four, it's like okay, one can stretch. The one that can turn into fire is awesome. The Thing, Invisible Woman, you know, it doesn't have, and they're a family now, so it didn't have that much of a hero appeal to me. But after seeing not only Pete Spaceman, which is what was my definitive choice to getting this series, check out Pete Spaceman, by the way. They haven't posted their video up yet for this week, but I'm sure it'll be up within the hour, if not, definitely by tomorrow. But anyway, a lot of people have been saying Fantastic Four is a great comic book. It went off into a new direction, which everybody's enjoying. So I went and picked this up. I started the series, and it has not disappointed yet. There may not be a lot of action, but the story keeps you hooked to the comic all the way until the end. So I say definitely don't miss out on this issue. It's to be continued next month in issue 578, I believe. Yes. So check it out. You guys will actually enjoy it. Now, into something, well, into a crappy series that actually wasn't crappy. 1 second, Pepsi break. Amazing Spider-Man 627, no longer, not in the, oh, by the way, last week's issue with the Lady Scorpion was part of the Gauntlet. I did not notice the word Gauntlet on the cover. It was part of the Gauntlet. This, however, is not part of the Gauntlet at all. It involves Juggernaut. And as the title says right here, something can stop the Juggernaut. And basically, Spider-Man finds Juggernaut in the... he gets knocked out. He's knocked out cold, comes flying down from space. People take him, and he's brought somewhere. And basically, he's like, who did this to you? Because they were friends in the... they became friends during a New Avengers storyline, which I did not know about. And who can knock down the Juggernaut? Captain Universe, and that's where it's left off at. Captain Universe is the one that did it. Absolutely pick it up, guys. I actually enjoyed this story. You know, Amazing Spider-Man may not be as great as it could be, but to see Juggernaut and Spidey, I can't wait for the next issue just to see what's going to go on with Captain Universe. And with that, guys, I'm getting the finger, so I will catch you guys in part 2 of this week's comic book review. Catch you guys soon.